Sovereign Saurus here. This is the 2019 India Mint Sovereign, which has the iMint mark. I'll show you in a moment. So I found it an interesting one to research. Now, India Mint Sovereigns back in the day of George were, I think, 1918, and they had a very short lifespan, during what was the Great War at the time. The British gold sovereigns were minted in branch mints all over the world, so you might be familiar with some of the Sydney, some of the Perth, etc., and even over in Canada, India and South Africa, so different mints. Now, India, although it was briefly able to produce some sovereigns, I think it was about 1.3 million, and all of those were 1918. Now, since then, I believe it was PAMP which got involved, and they have decided to make some of these sovereigns in the more modern years. So if we fast forward to 2013, due to the demand in India, they decided to mint these, and yeah, I've picked one up. So whilst they are just a bullion sovereign, the premium on them is still quite healthy, at least if you're selling them, maybe not if you're buying them. So once again, they do bear the India Mint mark, which I'm just going to zoom in on for you now. And you can see just here above the 20, you have the I. Now that is, like I say, the India Mint mark. Whereas if you look on something like this 1980 sovereign, which was minted in the UK, there is no mint mark. So generally, mints, like the branch mints, their sovereigns will have the mint mark, whereas London, it doesn't have any mint mark. It's not got an L, it's not got anything. So no mint mark is London, although now the London Mint is no longer, and they now make them in South Wales. I presume due to costs and things like that, but whatever the reason. So this is the India Mint mark sovereign. Now, you'll see some of these going for quite a premium, and they've been produced in a limited number. I couldn't find exact mintages since 2018, so I'm not sure if they have the present year, but I believe they were up to 2020. So there is also a one-off 2014 half sovereign, and I guess it's pretty sought after by collectors just because it's a one-off. So in India, when you're trying to search for India sovereigns, it comes up a lot with this India sovereign bond scheme, which I found interesting. So what that's basically designed to do is limit the sort of demand, if you like, for physical gold in India, so people can invest on paper, I suppose, with this physical gold. So I wonder why anyone would want to do that. What kind of government would be doing that? Let me know what you think in the comments. So this is an Australia Type 2 sovereign, which I've shown recently. This is a recent pickup. Now, again, that's gone full on, not just a mint mark, but full on change of design. And yeah, you do see, like I say, the normal Georgian dragon design usually, just with a small mint mark. Sometimes, I think it's on some of the young heads, the mint mark is in a different place. It's sort of below the neck over here, but on this one you've got the engraver's details. So it's an interesting one. I couldn't find a lot of information on them. There is a couple of them around on YouTube, but not loads. And I believe that they're a good one to grade. So you can see this packaging. It's a bit like the PAMP packaging, obviously being partnered with PAMP. This is just a plastic sleeve to protect the actual packaging. So I did peel this back just to check the coin out. In fact, so you can see it's a beautiful, clean finish there. And the coin itself is immaculate, but there is still plastic over the top of the coin. It's sealed in there, like you get the PAMP bars. So this is merely just to protect the plastic. It's no big deal there. But anyway, let's pop that back. So yeah, a potential option for this would be to perhaps grade it and see how that goes. It might just be one to hold on to. And yeah, I saw someone really snap one of these up quick on the second-hand market. But this one actually came from Atkinson's. So it is my first India Mint sovereign. probably not something I'm going to stack a lot of, but I have explored the grading process. So if you have graded modern coins, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts or opinions, and whether you've done it and how much hassle it was. What kind of cost would I be looking at to grade one of these coins, do you think? There is services, people doing it between, I don't know, like £40 and up, but yeah, it seems like a lot of money to spend to not enhance the gold at all. But I guess if it's graded and it comes back at a good grade, it might be a good option. The only thing I've sort of noticed with the modern grades, it seems like if it's not a 70, then it's kind of worthless. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but just trying to get a feel for the market, that's the impression I got. So whilst 2019 is a date I've already got in normal Liz sovereigns somewhere in this stack here, I do now have the India Mint sovereign. So interested to see how that one goes. I generally do tend to buy best value sovereigns, and if there's somebody listing, or if I go to a local coin dealer, then you can often pick and choose your dates a little bit. So I do quite like doing that when I have the option. And yeah, if you have any other information on the India Mint sovereigns, love to hear it. So thanks for watching. See you soon.